Welcome back to another full lap and test, and this time we're out in the 10F, the Obey 10F. So let's have a look, see how we get on here. Now this is actually one of the better looking cars in the game. This is the Benny's version with the wide body kit on, which looks pretty sweet. And yes, this is a glitch paint job. I don't usually do glitches, but I did. This is the matte paint with the pearlescent applied. So my first thoughts on this thing is that the handling isn't great, because it's based on the Audi R8, which most of which are four-wheel drive, but this, as soon as you take it through Benny's, this becomes rear-wheel drive. It does make it faster, but it does make it a little bit of a handful. And there's my first boo-boo. Obviously I wasn't going to get far without crashing. I do promise one day I will actually get out of the city without crashing. One day, perhaps. Excellent, well done there. Another good crash there. So let's get it on the freeway and see. I think city handling, I'm going to go 6 out of 10. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. It is, once you get used to it, it is fairly easy to control. He says that is one of the other things that, like some of the other supercars, this is quite light, so the slightest little hit from a street light or something like that and you're gonna find yourself upside down in a hedge somewhere. But as soon as you get it on the freeway, it is pretty quick, and the downforce is pretty good. I mean, we'll test it properly in a second. The first slight test is coming up here, just around these couple of corners. And that's not bad. Slightly eased off there, but still gripped really, really well, actually. It's low, you have to hit those. Even on a timed lap, you have to hit those. Right, coming up to Cliffy Eat corner, so let's give the downforce a real test. Yeah, and that didn't go well. Even though I braked a little bit too hard, I braked a lot more than I wanted to there actually. Even with all that, it still stepped out straight away. The back end went out as soon as we went into the corner. So downforce, I think it's going to have to be a 5. Get out of my way. I think it's going to have to be a 5 for downforce, I'm afraid. Ooh, that was close. And coming up to the top speed test. Now, if you are new to these videos, just explain how this works. There are 2 points on the road. There's a line just before the tunnel, and there's a sign just up the road. I've measured the distance between them, and it is exactly a mile. So what I do is I floor it between them. This is one of the fastest parts of the map. It's also nice and straight, so you can get up to that top speed and stay there, and floor it between them, measure how long it took to get there, and that gives us a measured top speed, which in this case was 123.25, which is not bad. The 29.21 for that 1 mile section. I think that puts it in first place in terms of top speed, which is quite a surprise. So yeah, so from the cars we've tested at the moment, this has the highest average top speed. Now that top speed is often lower than what you may see on the car spec. Oops, sorry. That top speed is often lower than what you may see on the car spec. I believe that's because all of my cars are fully upgraded and have usually have some sort of wing which introduces downforce, which introduces drag, and I think that has a real world effect of reducing the top speed slightly. But if anyone knows different, please do let me know in the comments. I'm not quite sure what I did there. There was a perfectly reasonable gap, and instead I chose to drive straight into the back of one of the cars. Well done. Well done, that's quality driving. Oh. Yeah, I can definitely put that down as a crash. That's almost restart worthy, but not quite. We'll see how I do for, oh dear me. We'll see how I do for the rest of the lap as to whether I'm going to restart that, because we're getting quite close to the end. It was relatively clean up until then as well. We come up to the end. I think I am going to use this lap. I may end up coming back to do another one, but I think it's borderline acceptable. It's actually pretty decent through traffic, this car, because it's actually quite small, so you can pick your way through. You might not think you can pick your way through because of the way I've been smashing into everything on the road, but you can if you're good. So yeah, let's get this thing over the line and see what the lap time is. But let's just have one last crash, you know, just to be sure. Let's just drop one more in there, right on the finish line, and that gives us a 9:38.19, which is a really decent time considering I spent a significant part of that lap on the roof of the car. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I will keep these coming thick and fast. If you wonder why some of them sometimes appear slightly out of order, that's because I record a lot of these in advance, but then when the podium cars and the sale vehicles come on, I will usually grab some of those and do some tests so they're relevant to what you guys might be buying in any given week. So if you ever think the scoreboards are a little bit out of sequence, that's why. Okay, so please, if you like this, drop a like, subscribe, see you on the next one.